सब, चेतन है कणों में रंग सब। आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें। हम मिले सृजन पथ पर चलते, हम मिले सृजन करते करते। सृजन करें मिल विश्व शांति का, सृजन करें मिल मानव हित का, सृजन करें मिल विश्व शांति का, सृजन करें मिल मानव हित का, सृजन करें रुचि कौशल सुनीति का। आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें। हम मिले सृजन पथ पर चलते, हम मिले सृजन करते करते। आत्मा की शक्ति अनंत है, आत्म चेतना भर कर स्वर में आ, आत्मा की शक्ति अनंत है, आत्म चेतना भर कर स्वर में। अपने को जाने पहचाने, अपने को जाने पहचाने। आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें, आओ सृजन करें। हम मिले सृजन पथ पर चलते, हम मिले सृजन करते करते। हम मिले सृजन पथ पर चलते, हम मिले सृजन करते करते। सत्य सृजन है नश्वर जग में, आओ सृजन करें, 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 आओ सृजन करें।
So, a very good evening to one and all. Today we are starting this session now. So, myself, Anuprati Raj, I request the participants to please mute themselves. So, okay. So, very good evening to one and all. Myself, Anukriti Raj, the moderator of the series Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, organized by Expressions in Languages and Arts Foundation, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. On behalf of the foundation, I take this opportunity to extend my heartiest greetings to the speaker this evening, Dr. Chhaya Singh ji, and to all the professors and participants who have joined us. तो इस श्रृंखला भाषा साहित्य और समाज काव्य पाठ चर्चा एवं संवाद के इसी कड़ी में हम आगे जुड़ते हुए आज़ादी का सफ़र एक्सप्रेशंस इन लैंग्वेजेस एंड आर्ट्स फाउंडेशन के संग मैं आज की वक्ता डॉक्टर छाया सिंह जी को मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ। Before participants, please, there is
आगे हैंड वॉश किया करो, ठीक से पैर में धो लिया करो।
So now, okay. So before that, I take this opportunity to introduce before our participants this speaker this evening, Dr. Chhaya Singh. Dr. Chhaya Singh is an assistant professor English, the head Department of Applied Science and Humanities at Government Engineering College, Kannauj, Uttar Pradesh. She has qualified UGC NET and she holds her PhD in African literature. Her areas of research are feminist literature, African literature in English, contemporary literature, and Indian writings in English. Many of her research papers have been published in national and international journals and conferences, and she had been the resource person in several of the national and international conferences. So today, Dr. Chhaya ji would be sharing her views on national consciousness. Participants, please, I request, please check your mic and mute yourself. Please, that creates a disturbance in between, no? So it's a kind request that participant, please check your mic. Today Dr. Chayaji would be sharing her views on national consciousness, in particular with the poetries of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan and Mahadevi Verma, a comparative overview. So without any delay, I request Dr. Chaya Singh ji to please take over.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you so much. I hope I am audible enough.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so I will begin with the two extracts from, not two lines, I mean two extracts from one from Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, and I begin with the Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. I quote, "आ रही हिमालय से पुकार है उधर भी गरजता बार बार प्राची पर्यंत वीरों का कैसा हो वसंत." Okay. Now the second extract I have taken from Mahadevi Verma, where she is indulged in Bhu Vandana. Okay. When we talk of Mahadevi Verma, born on 26th of March 1907, we know her basically as a poetess of Chayavad. I hope that those who are a little bit also acquainted with the isms in Hindi poetry, they will be knowing that what I mean when I say Chayavad. So Prasad, Pant, Nirala, Mahadevi Verma, the four pillars of Chayavad. And Mahadevi Verma is one of the most significant writers of Chayavad. But let me quote from her lines that constitute of some patriotic fervor when she is worshipping the earth goddess, and she says, "Satya Mahat Sankalp Yagya Tap Gyan Achal Ritu, जिस पृथ्वी को धारण करते रहते अविरत, भूत और भवितव्य हमारा जिससे अधिकृत, वह धरती दे हमें लोकहित आंगन विस्तृत." Quote unquote. So it is not that I just took this chance, and thank you, Anu, once again for giving me this opportunity to participate in this program. We talk of national consciousness. What do I mean? What we understand by national consciousness? Okay. So these days, and not these days, just most often we are we indulge in some sort of talk or discourse where we correlate it with some sort of chauvinism. But when we talk of national consciousness, it is nothing else, but it is a shared sense of national identity. Okay. So historically, a rise in national consciousness has been the first step towards the creation of a nation. When we talk of nation, we need to be aware of the fact, unless and until that national consciousness is there, the concept of nation in itself is a zero. Okay. So if that consciousness, that awareness does not exist, nation does not exist. Okay. So it is created poetry that abounds in patriotism, that abounds in patriotic fervor, or that deals with national identity. It's created out of national consciousness, and the twofold aspects of this type of poetry is that it is not just created by or because of that national consciousness in that particular poet or poetess, but also it recreates national consciousness. So when we read Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, that poetry, we all know about the revolt of 1857, okay, that exhibits a tremendous impact on Hindi literature, and especially folk poetry. It began to praise the revolt leaders like Jhansi Ki Rani, Begum Hazrat Mahal, Nana Sahib, and all these voices were heard in almost every Indian language. Okay, the patriotic fervor during that time was inspired by this revolt, the 1857 revolt, which we sometimes also call as the first freedom struggle effort. Okay, so this is what happens, that at this level, the literature performs two functions. It reflects national consciousness, and again, it also creates national consciousness. Okay, so coming to these two authors, two writers, Mahadevi Verma and Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, we all are well aware of the poetry of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. But I think few of us know that Subhadra Kumari Chauhan was the first woman who was imprisoned for her participation in the non-cooperation movement. Okay, along with her husband. She was the first woman. Pehli satyagrahi thi. Okay. So, but when we talk of Mahadevi Verma, these things lack in Mahadevi Verma. Okay, so since it is a comparative overview, so definitely we will be just pointing out to us those aspects where somebody leads and someone is there behind. But one more important aspect is that both of them were together in Allahabad's college. Both of them were there in the same college. They studied in the same college. They were juniors and seniors. Okay, so Subhadra Kumari Chauhan was a senior to Mahadevi Verma. And there is a very hilarious incident which is often quoted when we talk of the biography of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan and Mahadevi Verma, because both of them were very, means they were fast friends, close friends. Okay. So what happened that in the biographical section, you all can find it, that Subhadra Kumari Chauhan used to write poetry, and she was criticized for that in her school. Okay, which often happens with girls. So why are you indulged in such sort of activities, singing, writing poetry, or anything like that? We have some special set of mind, okay, with us all the time, where we are categorized that writing literature and indulging in such sort of soft skills or indulging in such sort of things is not that good. So why not study maths, physics, chemistry, and why study literature, and why study poetry especially, and why write that? Okay. So she was criticized, Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. Now she noticed and she got to know that there is a girl junior to her, known as Mahadevi Verma, who also writes poetry, but nobody knows about her. And one day what she did, she snatched her copy of mathematics, her book of mathematics, and just opened it before everyone and said that, see, look at this book. In each and every line, below each and every line of maths, there is a poetic line written over there. And when someone asked her that, why did you do so? She said that, hum akele kyun jhele? I need a companion to bear this criticism. Okay. So this incident is often quoted when we talk of Mahadevi Verma and Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. Mahadevi Verma was born on 26th of March 1907. Subhadra Kumari Chauhan on 16th of August 1947. Okay, so whereas when we talk of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, a lot have been written by her, and the most famous, oft cited, quoted poetry, Jhansi Ki Rani. Okay, so Singhasan Hilote, and if I just means quote her lines, I need to follow that. Then this Veeron Ka Kaisa Ho Vasant, then Jallianwala Bagh Mein Basant. It is a very so I am not going to quote that Jhansi Ki Rani, because you all are pretty much aware of it, what it is all about. But the other poetry also of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan is shows that poetic patriotic fervor and that zeal and gusto, and also it deals with the aspects, not just with the political aspects during that time period, but also the social ones. Okay, so when she talks of Jallianwala Bagh, okay, what is she actually doing? Okay, just returning back to those incidents and writing again about it means that you are again revisiting that era. You are revisiting that incident. And when you do this with a particular motive. Okay. So when today, in this 2021, when we read Jhansi Ki Rani, or when we read Jallianwala Bagh Mein Basant, or when we read Veeron Ka Kaisa Ho Vasant, what is it that we actually feel? We feel bonded to each other. We feel united. We feel that adrenaline rush. Okay. And just because of that, we exist, we feel like a nation. So that is what happens when there is a poetry of national consciousness, when there is a poetry that deals with national identity. It recreates, it gives rises to, it makes you again, it shakes you, okay. It awakens you that there is something that keeps you attached, united to each other. And that is that legacy. Okay. So now that we are celebrating this, the Amrit Mahotsav, what we call it as, of Swatantrata, it was the 75th year. Okay. So I think all these things are very, very relevant. And when we talk of Mahadevi Verma, I think very few of us must be knowing that Jhansi Ki Rani is from a collection of poems which is known as Mukul. Okay, it was published in 1930. This collection was published in 1930, and Jhansi Ki Rani poem was part of it. So when we talk of Mahadevi Verma, and it is not that both of these poetesses, both of these writers are connoisseur of powerful words. Okay, so when you read them, when you go through them, you feel that inner zeal, that gusto, that verb, that fervor in your spirits. They just awaken you, they just thrill you. Okay, and once again, we all revisit our past. We all revisit that freedom struggle through the words of Mahadevi Verma, as well as through the words of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. So I will again just like to quote few of her lines when we talk of Jallianwala Bagh mein Basant. So what is she saying? Yahan kokila nahi kaag hain shor machate, काले काले कीच भ्रमर का भ्रम उपजाते, परिमलहीन पराग दाग सा बना पड़ा है, हाँ यह प्यारा बाग खून से सना पड़ा है, ओ प्रिय ऋतुराज किंतु धीरे से आना, यह है शोक स्थान यहाँ मत शोर मचाना. And you can feel it, you can feel the lines. Okay, similarly, Mahadevi Verma, when we talk of Mahadevi Verma, we all know that she has been classified and well known, acknowledged as a feminist writer and a humanitarian too, because what happened that there were some personal trials and tribulations which she underwent, and because of that, most often we correlate and it resonates with her personal suffering also. So the poetry that she has written, why she has been called as Adunik Yug Ki Meera, or the modern Meera, because of those pains, those sufferings that she has presented in her poetry. Okay, but then again, it is not that Mahadevi Verma was unaware of the facts or the situations around her. She was also in that very same period. She was also a witness to all those activities, to all those incidents that were happening, given to the freedom struggle of India. Okay, so it is not that she wasn't a part of it, and a few of her poetry, which actually are very important. I hope some of us might be aware of it. She has written Kranti Geet, she has written Bhuvandana, she has written Desh Geet, where there is a poem like, I think it is entitled as Mastak Dekar Aaj Kharidenge Hum Jwala. Okay, and then there is a Dhwaj Geet, Vijayani Teri Pataka. Desh Geet, the collection of Desh Geet includes one more poem which is entitled as Anurag Mai Vardhan Mai, dedicated to Mother India. Okay, so it is not that her work is less, but then we need to understand that in literature, what have we foregrounded, whether it has been brought to the forefront or not. So when we talk of the literary canon, male writers abound. Okay, so we all remember those lines of Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. धुंधली हुई दिशाएं छाने लगा कुहासा, प्यारे स्वदेश के हित बलिदान मांगता हूँ, चढ़ती जवानियों का श्रृंगार मांगता हूँ. But we forget Mahadevi Verma. Okay. So we need to, as researchers, as professors, as doyens of literature, we need, right? I hope there are some really eminent people of intelligentsia, academia here with us today, and much renowned people. I think it's a duty to bring forth, to bring forward those aspects of Mahadevi Verma also, and some of those aspects of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan also, and that are not that much grounded, that still remain somewhere in the dark. Okay, so we have to bring it forward, and we need to actually do some research on these things. We need to do, because it's our literature. ये हमारा साहित्य है. Okay, so just when we talk of Mahadevi Verma, she extensively has written about women issues, social reforms, and politics. A few of the lines, which just to get a glimpse of what she has written and what we have missed. Okay, so when I talk of this poetry, which is Mastak Dekar Hum Aaj Kharidenge Jwala, this is one of the poems that actually is full of that zeal and gusto, and that is, once you read it, it feels as if you can feel that adrenaline rush inside you. So just few of the lines I would like to quote, that Mastak dekar aaj kharidenge hum jwala, jo jwala nabh mein bijli hai, जिससे रवि शशि ज्योति जली है, तारों में बन जाती है शीतलादायक उजियाला, मस्तक देकर आज खरीदेंगे हम ज्वाला, फूलों में जिसकी लाली है, धरती में जो हरियाली है, जिनसे तप तप कर सागर जल बनता श्याम घटाओं वाला, मस्तक देकर आज खरीदेंगे हम ज्वाला. So I think it's no less from Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, because I personally feel it can be a personal view, but whatever poetic pieces she has written, though they are scanty, less in number, but whatever she has written, I find it at par with Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. But yes, of course, there is a difference. National consciousness could be created by writing a poetry that is full of that vigor, that spirit, where you feel those tones of bravery. Okay, all those elements are there, but it could also be created when you talk about your nation. So when you talk about the geographical aspects of your nation, when you talk about the conditions of people, when you discuss in detail the nature, discuss in detail the aspects of several things. Okay, like when you, it's not that writing, or in when you talk of Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, because I will not give a translation to the Veer Ras. Okay, in itself is a complete thing. So her pen is inked in Veer Ras. Okay, now Veer Ras that created, when we talk of Veer Ras, like when we say that सिंहासन हिल उठे राजपुत्रों ने भ्रुकुटी तानी थी, बूढ़े भारत में भी आई फिर से नई जवानी थी, दूर फिरंगी को करने की सबने मन में ठानी थी. There is a different tone when we see Mahadevi Verma's poetry. She talks about the geographical aspects of her country. Okay, now you can, okay, national consciousness, when you visit your nation, when you are a part of your national identity, when you see things, when you share things, when you share the culture, when you share the traditions, when you share that identity, national consciousness could be created on that account also, on that basis also. Okay. So even if it's a description, even if it's a natural, it might appear like a natural scenery. That's the poetess is describing some sort of natural scenery. Okay, but indirectly, what is she doing actually? That natural scenery is part of your nation. So you need to understand that why is she talking about it? Why is she talking about it? So I feel that even when we the nature poetry is also sometimes also contributes to just rise or raise the spirits of national consciousness. Okay, why not? I'm talking about my country and I'm talking about various aspects related to it. Then I share that identity, I share that national identity, I take it as my nation, and therefore I'm talking about it. Okay, so that also creates national consciousness. that awareness of being part of that country, of being a citizen of that country and feeling proud of it, feeling happy, feeling elated by the discussion. When we go overseas, just by a thought of the country, just by because somebody talks us and tells us and shares with us certain things, and we feel, oh God, a certain set of nostalgia. The entire diasporic literature is based on that. The entire diasporic literature. Okay. We feel nostalgic and we write about our country. Similarly, when we are here, we need to share those things, and any aspect that is related to my country, that is related to my nation, that is related to our nation, whether it's something related to some descriptive things or anything like that, that contributes, that enhances the spirit of national consciousness. So I hope I'm not taking much of time. So this is what I actually wanted to just bring forth. Yes, Anu, you want to say something?
No, I was not saying some participants in between there. Please continue. You could just wind up in 2 minutes or so.
Ma'am, you want to say something? One of our eminent professors of electronics of Institute of Engineering and Technology. She is the head of department from IET.
Yes, I request Neelam Shrivastava ma'am. I mean, if you have to share her views, then please come forward, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I feel privileged to be part of this program. I just saw the status of Chaya and just want to join this. Want to connect with you, which is not my field because I'm an electronic engineer. And,
sorry to interfere, ma'am, but ma'am is, I just want to share here, I know that ma'am is a wonderful writer. She is a famous poetess, okay. I still remember, and she has written marvelously. She has written, okay. So despite being in the field of electronics, ma'am can't claim this, that she is not a writer, she does not belong to this field. Okay.
But I always feel very good if I used to part of all these types of events, particularly to females. That is my weakness. So that is why I joined, and I congratulate Chaya. You have expressed compare in a wonderful way about Subhadra Chauhan and Mahadevi Verma ji in one of our you can say Facebook group. It was given one day the event was on Subhadra Chauhan. So I wrote this poem, the same which you read today. That is that Kokila and Kawa, and also it was
yes,
so
Jallianwala Bagh mein Basant. Yes,
Jallianwala Bagh. So I just go through some of her poems and just on that day we used to read poems of Subhadra Singh Chauhan. So I particularly choose this poem. I just go through 2-3 poems and then I choose this particular poem. And I'm a very, very little knowledge of literature. And I really feel very good when you choose this same poem because you are from literature. So very, very nice program, very well organized. And I got some knowledge from you people, which you are discussing about it. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak among you all.
Thank you, ma'am. थैंक यू मैम थैंक यू मैं बहुत सुंदर मैं धन्यवाद देती हूँ मैम आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू डॉक्टर छाया सिंह जी आई मीन आपने बहुत सुंदर और रचनात्मक तरीके से छायावाद युग के कवियों की बात कही इट्स इन इंग्लिश वी कॉल इट न्यू रोमांटिसिज्म इन इन दैट इज इन इंग्लिश so
despite the fact that we can give a title to it just because we somewhere correlate with English literature, okay, and we are part part of it. Okay,
Yes.
so we can call it a neo-romanticism or something like that. But I think Chayavad in itself is sufficient.
Right. Yes, I truly agree. But there is it marks a sense of self and personal expressions visible in their writings. The themes like love and nature, as well
Yes.
as individualistic, reappropriation of the Indian tradition in a new
And
form of
actually,
mysticism.
I feel that the point of research is that even when she was writing in Chayavad, or she has been categorized as a poetess of Chayavad, she has written poems that actually cater to this spirit of freedom struggle. Okay,
Yes,
or that somewhere create national consciousness. Okay,
yes.
so her contribution is also immense, and I think as researchers we need to figure out this thing.
Sure. Yes, I truly agree. That that sense of mysticism also expressed in the subjective
Yes,
voice.
yes,
So
yes.
it marked the upsurge of the romantic and humanistic content, and छायावाद के आपने कवि चतुष्टय की बात कही, और आपने बहुत सुंदर से जयशंकर प्रसाद जी, सूर्यकांत त्रिपाठी निराला जी, सुमित्रा नंदन पंत जी और उनके साथ में हमारी महादेवी वर्मा जी की बात कही. Or that was very, you talked about what actually national consciousness means, that the sharing the identity. If the consciousness does not exist, then the nation does not exist. The point I liked, and even I am very much sure that the participant must have enjoyed today's talk. And a very stark comparison you did from with Subhadra Kumari Chauhan ji, and the writings of Mahadevi Verma ji. She talked about, as you said, that Mahadevi Verma talked about the nation, the geographical aspects of the nation, whereas the Subhadra Kumari Chauhan ji, her pen was inked more with the Veeras. So they both were in a way celebrating the the national consciousness, and they were contributing as a part of national
Definitely.
construct, and in a way to
We
freedom.
need to establish a female canon of
Yes,
literature.
of course. I truly agree. And thank you. Special thanks to Neelam Srivastav ma'am, the head at IIT Electronics Department, and Dr. Pragati Shukla ma'am, Assistant Professor English,
Oh,
and to
Pragati
all.
Shukla is also here.
Yes.
Pragati, you are also here. That's good. That's good.
Okay, so now at end I am really thankful to all my participants, and I could see several professors, Seema Sarkar ma'am and everyone, and I'm really thankful to one and all, and to all the participants who have joined us, and thank you once again, Dr. Chaya Singh ji. It was really nice to have you with us, and for and we are, it's a
Thank you,
pleasure
Anu.
to.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you. And to all my dear participants, I am really thankful to you. So at the end, we'll be playing the Abhar Geet of the foundation for your kind attention and reception.